Hi everyone. Thanks for taking the time to watch this second sermon debrief. This past Sunday, I continued my series, The Art of Neighbouring. How can we take the commandment of Jesus literally? He commands us to love our neighbors. How can we love and care for those who live right next door? That's what we're focusing on in the series. This past Sunday, the specific topic was the time barrier. How can time become a barrier to us as we try and neighbor well? We live such busy lives. I mentioned on Sunday that we rely on our phones to give us notifications when it's time to move on to the next thing. And we are just so caught up in our schedules. How in the world are we going to find time to love our neighbors? With time presenting such a barrier for us, we need to find ways to overcome it. I highlighted the story of Mary and Martha on Sunday. Martha milling around, getting all the prep ready, food ready for Jesus and his disciples when they come and stay with her. She's busy toiling around while her sister Mary sits at the feet of Jesus. This, of course, is not very helpful. Martha is so angry, she goes to Jesus and asks Jesus, "Can you please tell Martha to help me?" Jesus highlights that, in fact, Martha is the one who's distracted. Mary is the one who's focusing on what she should be focusing on, and that's time with Jesus. In all of our busyness and distractions, we need to create this margin. Despite new conveniences that we have, like cell phones in our pockets, machines that wash our dishes and our clothes, it still seems that 24 hours in a day is just not enough. There are myths that we tend to believe, that everybody lives like this, or that after this, things will slow down, whatever this might be. All of this rushing around and busyness is not good for us. Author John Ortberg labels this as hurry sickness, and it truly is a sickness. It wears on us, it wears us down. We need to create margin, we need to create space and time in our lives, especially if we're going to love our neighbors. Love requires time, and if we don't have time in our lives, then we can't love those around us. If our schedules are always full, then there's really no time left to have a genuine concern about our neighbors, their physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. If we're rushing around and if we have no time extra in our schedules, then there's going to be absolutely no time where we can show genuine love to our neighbors. One of the things that I highlighted on Sunday, and I'll highlight now again, is that we need to eliminate time stealers. I shared the story of Michelangelo on Sunday and his creation of the David sculpture. He famously said that creating the sculpture was simple. He simply had to take away everything that wasn't a masterpiece. The same goes for us. We need to take away things that aren't essential to our lives. Sometimes that means trading in good things for even better things. One of the authors of The Art of Neighbouring shares a story of their son. Now, they wanted to put their son into a baseball program. There was one baseball program that was very, very highly skilled and was very noteworthy. But there was practices and games almost every night of the week. They chose instead to put their son into a league where they only practiced about once a week and only had 8 games in the season. This was much less time commitment on the part of the parents. Of course, it's a hard decision to take away a very good opportunity from your child to advance their sports skills. But in their case, they chose that they needed more time to focus on loving their neighbors. Of course, these are going to be very, very difficult decisions. There's no denying that at all. So I'll end with the same question I ended with on Sunday. Is God calling you to create more space for your neighbors in your life? Is God calling you to create more margin in your life dedicated to getting to know your neighbors, getting to know their names, and having a positive influence on their life, being the light of Christ in their life? I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you on Sunday.